Please, I would like to bear with me and my team. Sorry for keeping you waiting online, please. Yes, quick one before we'll go further. I want to just kind of paraphrase what the market has done between close of market yesterday till this hour we are seeing now. Market has opened, but the good thing is that market remain in the green line. Yes, that's why it is margin is the real margin green we're seeing, but it's a sign that good thing is on that way, because I believe that the way the market is resisting decline and also trying to stay above 47,000 mark tells you that all the players in the market are looking forward to the numbers that are coming with corporate action. That will go a long way to support the market any moment from now. But the good thing is that yesterday, at the close of business yesterday, we saw a change or a shift in momentum and signal, which during the live class we did yesterday between that 12 to 1, I told you that we are seeing more gainers than losers yesterday, and can see a lot of changes. Those that were on the losing side at that time, they all turned, some of them turned to gain inside to close the market positive. But the good news here is that most of these stocks that you are seeing that are making new 52 high, I'm telling you that they have potential to even go further. But because they are touching on another new high, they are about to be slowed down in terms of profit taking in those stocks. That means if you see such stock like Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, NGS pulling back a little, don't be surprised, because yesterday at the end of trading yesterday, I saw that the NGS has formed a double top after he had just marginally broken the last resistance where he got and started coming down when it was listed. It touched around the 25.20 there before it pulled back that yesterday, and pulling back to close at the same 25,000 naira 10 kobo, which is good for that stock. But I will tell you, if you are type of store you're among the investors or traders that enter around 19 naira, nothing stop you for taking profit, because I don't see dividend of 10 naira coming from that company now at this first one that they are going to pay dividend to the public, because we're expecting their protected account to be the market before the end of trading on the fourth day of March. That means latest on the 28th of February. For that, if you are taking profit in NGS now, good for you. But if you want to take position, you have to enter as new entry. Just wait to confirm a breakout of this resistance before you can jump in. But if you pull back at this point, just relax. Then when you get to a strong support level, you cannot think of entering NGS again. But I told you earlier that NGS business model is very clear and to everybody that this company, as far as they are opening exchange door, they are making money. That means the possibility of their numbers will be there. They are not like saying whether there's up season or down season. No. But all the activities in the capital market, this any season, in other will also be patterned on their own profitability level. That means if you are there for long term, fine. But for me, if you want to enter for long term position, I would advise, if you have entered at 19 naira, you are waiting, fine. But for those that are traders that enter at 19 naira, there's nothing stopping by kind of waiting till it pull back before you can jump in to buy for long term. For traders in that stock, I think nothing stops you to take a profit in that. Also, they saw assets making another to do it high, touching 10 naira 50 kobo. For me, assets at that point, yes, still have potential to touch like 12 naira. But I'll tell you, those that enter assets around 820, 8 naira, they will be like to they would like to take profit. But because of the big results we're expecting, the big bomber, that to see if they've grown, since they've grown their payout in terms of dividend, let's see what will come at the end of the year. That is what everybody is looking at. If assets can do what other the big names in that the Fuga are doing, especially Zenith Bank and the GTB, to also be in that group, let's see what they're going to be. Whether they will pay close to what they've done in the past, especially GTB and assets, but and UPI and GTB. If that also happen in assets, any pullback in assets will make it more attractive for people to jump in. But for me, if you're taking profit in assets, nothing wrong with that, because I know that it will continue to go up. You're touching 1050 and pulling back a little again. Today as market has opened, tells you that yes, people also watching the market. Keenly. For Fidelity Bank that have just also touched two naira yesterday, 2 naira yesterday. Today it's doing around 2 naira 92 kobo. For me, it has the opportunity to touch, also potential to touch around 3 naira 10 kobo or 3 naira 20 kobo before the result hit the market, or even when the result is announced. But if you have entered Fidelity around 210, 220, taking profit at this level, I'm not against it. But only that I've said earlier, this is a market that during any season, that I said it's more volatility than the direction. If you are seeing this volatility in the market and individual stocks, tell you that you need to play with your what, your stop loss and your profit target to guide you. You should not just be carried away with what is happening in the market. Let that goal you have set before you enter also guide you. And don't forget that when there is volatility, that means the market is risky. That means you need to use your stop loss. As I said, it is what you're going to use anytime, because in this session we'll be doing more of chart, and charts summarize whatever is happening. Even the results now, you see how the chart going to respond on the results. Even the announced, MPC, what's it called, CPI, that is a Consumer Price Index, CPI. No, we're going to also tell you, chart will tell you. And also, don't forget that yesterday we saw that that at the end of the midweek TB option was also a kind of a slide again, a decline in the long-term tenor for 364 days, declining by 20 points. That's also a kind of, for me, it's a plus for the equity market. That also increase the kind of, investors' positive vibe for the equity market, in this earnings season. On that note, we expect that the market will remain in this direction, especially as we enter next week. Enter next week, we're going to see kind of an uptrend or also oscillation depending on the number that will start hitting the market as from that next week. But hopefully, I'm telling you, that same week, next week, we're expecting some no economic data, we're expecting the corporate actions and the numbers that will also shape the market next week. But as we speak now, market is trying to resist breaking down this 47 mark. If market keep that between today and tomorrow by God grace, that will tell you that the market is still standing on what, on a strong note to continue its trend. As I said earlier, this is the what we call the all-shared index action. As we speak, I see that it's forming a kind of a sideways movement. What we saw yesterday and what is happening now, market has not confirmed uptrend. Let's quickly bring two indicators to look at as usual. I'll bring the 7 days or the 9 days moving average, the one I just so that we can look at it, together before we continue. As I'm bringing this, 9 days moving average up, I want to quickly give you the state of the market as it is at this moment. I will tell you that the market is not doing badly. It's still, as I said, on a light green. Yes, you can see the blue line also represent the 9 days moving average, which is also resting on it, just as it is yesterday. This on a day chart. But if you look at the state of the market, I just said, the top trade as we speak now is Jams, Unity Bank, UBA, Fidelity, and Nigeria Brewery. While the top losers as the market is at this moment is ROT Briscoe, FTN Coco, Sukwa, and Sunu Assurance, and Fixing. While the losers are the Vatra Access Capital, then the Union Bank, as UBN, then talk of Regency, Insurance, USCN, and Access Bank. Access Bank among the loser this morning for me is just a marginal. As I said earlier, it's just because of the profit taking that people are just taking, because touching that 10 naira 50 kobo. Tell that the market as we speak is still very, very healthy and strong for us to hold our position. We don't need to panic at all. But as we speak now, we have seen that the market on this day on a daily chart. But let's quickly look at the 1 hour chart again as usual to see what is happening in the market as the 1 hour chart. Oh, the good thing is that on the 1 hour chart, if you are seeing very clearly here, you see that the index action has even crossed the 9 days moving average from the below. That the market is resisting this further decline. Only strong move for index to have crossed it is a good sign. That means the market on the 1 hour chart is still trading above the 9 days moving average. For me, is a good sign. But only that the volume as we speak now is not too strong. The volume is still below the average traded volume at this hour. This also expecting that the midday traders will also start making move. But as I see the market remains strong and healthy. For quick one, I want to also look at the money flow in this market at this point. These are key indicators I use. Let me see if, as we speak, position, because I will expect that because of the decline in rates, not since the interest is not rising, we expect that funds should start going to the capital market or stock market gradually. And I can see improvement on it. The chart already showing us that. We can see that on an hourly basis, fund is entering the market, and that is why I said look at this point that that's crossed the 9 days moving average to stay on top. It's a sign that yes, the market is not doing badly on hourly chart. You can equally go as low as making it 45 minutes. Let's see how it look like. Then you can now know the position as if at a closer time. But as I said earlier that when you are using your daily chart to make decision, once you miss your position on daily chart, you don't need to kill yourself. Or you don't do that position, you can extend it to 1 week. For 1 hour chart, extend it to 1 day. At the end of the day, for 1 day, if you have missed it, extend it for 1 week. Then if for 1 week, extend it for like a month. No, for like a month. Just how to trade so that you will be just jumping in and out. You know that it's also form of trading management or managing cost of trading is what's all involved. That's why once you are taking position, like it didn't go your way, yes, or if the things that attracted you are still intact, you can hold on. But if they are not there, you can equally drop up because your stop loss is very key. Don't say whether you are doing trade 1 day chart, you are using 1 week chart, you are using 1 hour chart. Your stop loss is very key to you because you are the one that know the stop loss of stop your position, the price you have entered. Either you are using 7% stop loss, 10% stop loss, 5% stop loss. These are for traders. I think you should not exceed anything 10% stop loss for any position. For we in Investdata, our stop loss is always 7%, so that can make us quickly to go out and go into another position. Stop loss is very key when you are investing because you want to manage your capital. But when there is no capital, whether the market is rallying and making touching a 50,000 mark, you are not there. You are not going to enjoy the rally. That's why you need to protect your capital and also make sure that your capital is also sweating in the market. That's why when you see no position that you have stayed for too long, what attracted you that position are not there again. Fine, but if what attracted you, you see that is going to materialize, you can still hold on. But if you know that what attracted you are not there, please don't wait for anything. But for trader, you are not waiting for anything. Once your stop loss, you tell your stop loss, you are coming back, go out, you can come back again. But you are looking for where you can maximize opportunity and grow your portfolio because every trader in the market is looking for where he can send the money around to generate more because traders really depend on themselves. They depend on what they are trading. For that, they don't want to take longer time waiting. For that, you look at where there's opportunity, you move in and out. And that's why those in buy and sell signal, you know how far we have gone on that. So that when there's a signal, we tell you, there's no signal in the market, so don't buy. With the signal, you know how to move in and out. You can see that for me, on a 45 minutes chart, the market is not doing badly. Again, despite that it's almost flat with the 9 days moving average. Says that it's very very okay. Then quick one before I leave there, I want to quick also because today is already Thursday. I want to look at the 1 week chart to see how it look like. Also, it's going to guide us. Again, you can see that on a 1 week chart. Fine, you can see the market looking strong, good. For me, it's a good one for us to see that the market is still very strong. That bullish element is still there in the market, does not change, despite there is a little kind of a change in momentum and signal yesterday, which want to confirm today because change in trend will be confirmed today. If we see another market close positive today, that's will now confirm that there's change in trend again. We have to look for tomorrow to see how it's going to close. For me, the market is still very very much healthy and strong that none of us in the market should panic right now. But if you are in those stocks that you're expecting dividend, you're expecting the corporate action, you have to enter before the number hit. If you hit the market, if you are there already, just wait to see what will be the outcome when the market going to that. But for me, seeing what happened in the market yesterday, I see it as a plus for the market because all those excessive funds that were able to get their allotment for that yesterday or more TB primary option, they are likely to also find their way to capital market into those stocks that will give them yield of 10%. While we are talking of for 364 days, we are tracking about to get about 5.2, and we are getting a dividend of even 8% in less than 4 months between now and either May or between now and late April. I think it's for me, most of them will think that way. And don't forget, I said yesterday that the report has shown that most of the PFAs have position in equity, and some are also likely to increase their position as they're waiting for this number. And knowing that this decline is also a plus for them because all those funds they wanted to buy into that trading fund that they didn't have access and they can't decline. For me, they will have access to equity market now until we start seeing rates rising. I think the equity market will be a place where funds will be looking at because we are seeing the earning season, and also we are seeing the numbers are good, and these numbers are giving insight that the company are likely to pay dividend. As I've said earlier, for me, do not panic at all. But before the other thing, I want us to quickly look at this the chart formation of you know um, NSE Group and the Access Bank and Fidelity as we did yesterday. But why I want to do this one because NSE is not the banking stock. Let's look at that stock because I tell you, so among the stocks that really pushed the market yesterday. Coming back to the price it got again when it was listed, it's a good one for the stock. But let's see whether the chart again this afternoon telling us whether it's time for the stock to also to pull back. Let's confirm before we continue because it's very very important. That will give us also more insight of the what we're seeing in the market now, because I see a lot of potential in the market, especially this earnings season, that will help us to really know what we are doing in this market. If you are in this live class, you know at the end we'll have to have about 1 hour for the market to close. Then it will guide you to know the kind of direction the market is going to move from here. Once you know that, you don't also need to panic because you already know where the stock is totally going. Once you know where the stock is going, it's for you to just exercise the patience. Once you start the patience, before you know it, you are already there. Just hold on, quickly call on the NSC index off now so that you can see the formation of the chart on hourly and on a daily time frame. Once we're able to get that one, it's going to give us an insight of what the market is saying on that direction. Because in a live market like this, you get information straight and it gives you insight what action you should take immediately after the section. But that is another good way of analyzing the market. Once you're able to do that, you don't have a problem at all. We're still waiting for the NGS to come up. That is that we're looking at Nigeria Exchange Group. That is the stock we're looking at this afternoon. Yes, good. You can see that the stock is also on a green as we speak now. But the chart formation, I said that it has formed a double top. And when you see a double top on this chart in technical analysis, yes, you need to wait for a confirmation, either a breakout to pull back. And that breakout, where you can jump in is when the breakout comes with a good volume. And that's it, that volume supported, then you can quickly jump in. Like I said earlier, if we are there already and this stock have made this height and we entered at 19 naira, I don't see why we should not take profit, because even as we're expecting the numbers from this company, I don't expect a dividend of 3 naira from this company at this point. That means if you have made stock that touch as low as even 15 before coming back, but if you are entered at 19, I'm not telling you that nothing stop you from taking a profit at this point. If you do that, you are very very much in order, very very much in order. If you have done that in yes, you know that the stock is newly listed. You can't see much of the chart. This is the chart you can see so far here. You can see that this is this is when it got listed. Rally start coming down. See where it is. It's almost at the point where it touched. Start coming down. You can see this place. Once it break out the resistance level here, you can see this line here. Sorry. Can see this line here, this one. You see there's a wick here up here. And you can see that is where it is this hour. This is a daily chart. You can see they almost touched there. Once it confirms a breakout at this point, that is where we'll see here. But the good thing is that if you look at the volume for today now, as you look at the volume of that stock is not much. But for me, when you see a high volume on this kind of stock and it break out this resistance level here, this is a double top I'm seeing here, that will give you a new trend that where the stock is going. Once that one is confirmed, I'm telling you that the stock is good to go. But that is on a daily chart. Let's look at an hourly chart. As you can see, this will give you a clear picture. You see that it's almost, you can look at the top, where it got here. Here it's at almost 25. Let me see, 25, 25. Then now look at where it is now at this level. I believe that once it break out this place, then but I see that the stock volume at this point now is very low. But if you break out fine, but the stock is green, like I said earlier, if you have made money, stock and rally from all the way to this place, you can take profit. When it pull back to around this place again, around the other 20, or again, you cannot think of buying back on that 19 again. But because of the earning season, it might not go as low as that 19. But once it pull back, it become more attractive for us to enter. But I tell you, NGS is not doing badly, but the stock for me, as traders, don't be carried away with the trend. Take your profit. For investors, want to see them to establish, want to be able to establish their dividend payment. I know that when they were not quoted company, then they were still paying little bit, or they are sharing profit among them. We can't really say, but now they are quoted company, expect to start paying dividend. Dividend at this first time will determine where the price will go. I mean, if you are rallying to this price and you have seen where it is now, I think nothing stop you for taking profit at this point. It's very, very important. Yeah, it's very, very important. We are very sorry for the starting late, and the time has already gone. Please, tomorrow we'll make up for what we missed today. Just bear with us. I am the cause. I thought where I'm going, I'll get there before 11:30, but when I saw hold up, we even turning again. I'm very, very sorry. Stop. We are very sorry for keeping you online waiting. But I know that what we have shared will guide you. Tomorrow we'll do more analysis on this happening in the market. Thank you very much, and God bless you all. See you tomorrow. Bye.